So you wake up one miserable morning and you have this amazing epiphany and you think to yourself, man, I'm sick of working at my job. I'm sick of my boss. All he ever does is moan and complain and micromanage me. He tells me when I can go to lunch, when I can use the toilet, when I can take vacation days, and even if I'm sick, he can tell me when I can leave for that. That's mad, man. I'm here sick with a cold. I can't barely talk to nobody. And he's telling me what I can do when I'm sick. That's crazy, man. All he does is sit up in his office all day with his legs on the table and does nothing. And he's making up all the profits, man. I'm sick of living this life. You know what? I can do it on my own. I can make my own path, man. If this dumbass can do it, I can do it too. What makes him better than me? Look, I'm the one here doing all the technical work, man. I'm making the thing turn here. I'm the reason this business is still alive. Why am I wasting my good years working for this idiot? You know, my Aunt Shirley died last year, and he didn't even allow me to have a sick day off so I could see the funeral, man. How greedy. How nasty. I know that lady for 52 years. I'm done with all of this. You know what? Tomorrow, I'm gonna walk in the office and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna hand in my letter of resignation, man. I'm done with this job. I am done with working for corporate America. This is disgusting. I could do it better on my own. I'm gonna start my own business. And there you are. You think you've taken the yellow brick road to freedom. But the truth is, you have no idea what's ahead of you. Because entrepreneurs work for free. But you would never do that. you couldn't handle that. But in the moment, man, you think you own the whole world and your boss is an idiot and you can do better than him. Your arrogance is guiding you there. Social media is saying that I can become a multi-millionaire entrepreneur overnight. If those idiots on Instagram can do it, I can do it too. I saw that KSI boy, I think he was like 40 at the time. He started playing FIFA for his bedroom, and now he's a multi-millionaire running his own business with the sideman. You know, I can do it too. Your arrogance takes you to this place of like heavenly abundance. And in that foolish moment, you think you can do it all. And you forget all of the downsides and all of the pitfalls of what it takes to become an entrepreneur. And what it takes is working for free. So then you start the business. Okay, you register it to your country's company list. And you're like, yeah, man, got my company registration. I'm ready to go. And you're pumped up. But then you start to make a website and it's taking you hours and hours and hours. A day passes and you realize you haven't been paid for anything. But you think, you know, I can do this. 5 days passes. The website's nearly done. Boom. Okay, you've made the website. Okay, now you're ready to go. Or so you think. So then you post it to your Instagram page, hoping that all of your friends and families are going to support your business. And you click live. A day passes. No one buys from you. 2 days passes. No one buys from you. 3 days passes. No one buys from you. 2 months later, you've got your first sale and you're over the moon, man. But now that one job that you got has to pay back for all the 2 months of lost income that you missed out on. And you start to quickly realize, to get the business working, you have to work for free. There's no two ways around it. You start to realize that as an employee, you were the first one to get paid. You're first in line, even in front of the suppliers of a business. But now, as a business owner, you're the last person to get paid. And now you see business in a whole different light. But your arrogance is still deluding you into thinking you're better than your old boss, even though he was the one with 50 employees, had a business for 25 years, but you thought you were better than him because you did all the technical work. You thought the technical work was the most important part of the whole business. You realize each month goes up, down, up, down. There is no guarantee of money here. One moment you're rich, the next day you have nothing. No clients come through the door. One day you're buying drinks and food for all of your friends at the pub when you meet up with your friends. The next day you're eating rice and beans because there's barely anything left in the bank account. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Man, as an employee, as a 9-to-5 worker, you get that consistent monthly income. And be honest with yourself now, ladies and gents, that is so comforting. It's like hot cocoa on a cold Christmas day. Man, whew, that feels so good. You get the exact same amount of money every single month. No ifs, no buts. All you've got to do is do what the boss tells you to do. Ooh. That's so difficult, man. And with a consistent monthly income, guess what? You can plan your life. You can plan ahead, months in advance, even years in ahead. But as an entrepreneur, man, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone next year. When you first start a business, ladies and boys, ladies and gentlemen, you have to put your entire life on hold because you don't know the future. That business could fold tomorrow, or you could be rich by next week Sunday. You have no clue. But the honest to God truth is the probability is the business will be gone by next year. You can't plan to have relationships. You can't plan to go on a holiday. And not even specifically because of the money, really. Because if you plan a holiday for next year and you get a big client coming in for that exact same time you book the holiday, well, you're going to kind of want to quit the holiday and get that client in and make sure that that client stays. Can't plan no relationships. What relationship? I have given up so many relationships to run a business. Because everything on your life pauses for making that business run. And only 5 years into running my business now, do I feel like I can plan ahead my life. The first 5 years is all like, make it or break it. Boom, 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 boom. Everything goes on hold. Because you just don't know what's going to happen next. The 9-to-5 job doesn't seem so bad now, does it? That lovely security, the monthly, the same check. You know exactly how you're going to divvy up the bills for that month every single month. Being an entrepreneur, especially in the early days, you have no idea. When it comes to the first day of the month, you have no idea how you're going to pay the bills the next month. Unless you're rich. Okay, if you're rich, you've got bare money, and you've got millions in the bank. Fair enough, don't listen to me. But I'm talking about the average person. And the average person will spend £10,000 to £20,000 on their business, and then they'll have like, I don't know, 5 to 10K in spare cash for living expenses. So that's like three months runway of living expenses. That's the average, person, because the average person is not rich. The average person is not Mark Zuckerberg, which can just roll in there with investments of millions of pounds and then hire people. And if business fails, oh, boo-hoo, it wasn't my money anyway. The average person when they start a business, they start with their own money, their own success, their own runway. And they have no idea the scariness that it takes, the anxiety waking up every single morning, thinking, how am I going to pay the next bill? And most of you guys are going to fail. You guys are going to go through this epiphany like, oh my God, man, I'm going to beat my boss, man, my lazy boss. All he does is smoke cigars in the office every single day in his high-rise tower, man. And most of you are going to walk right back to that boss because you're going to fail and you had no clue what it took to run a business. The anxiety, the risk, the working for free non-stop. Because even when you do get employees, you're still going to work for free because you're working on the business, not in it. And then if all goes to plan every month, you can cream a small slice of the profits from the top and take that back with you. But that's only a lucky few. Pareto principle. A small number of people take all the money. Well, that's not good, is it? Because that means you're probably not going to take any money. The majority of people in any creative domain, which includes entrepreneurship, make zero. That's the average, that's the median average. Zero. You're going to make zero. And that's not even that bad, because a lot of people make minus numbers. You're gonna lose money. My God, lose your house, lose your family in the process. Because when you drag your family through the experience of making a brand new business, especially if it's your first time doing so, your wife ain't gonna like it, mate. Because she's gonna be like, we got bills to pay, we got a mortgage to pay. But guess what? I ain't got no wife. And that ain't by no accident. Believe me, I've been propositioned many times, but I've had to refuse dates, refuse getting married, refuse having children, because I knew that would be a smart option for me to put all of that on hold while I started a business. I could get a wife now. I'm in the position where I can now do it. But I wasn't for the first 5 years. But a lot of you guys out there, you already have a wife, you already have a husband, you already have 4 children, you might have a dependent mother or father, sick relatives. You've got all these things on your shoulders, which is going to make it so difficult because you need that monthly income. And guess what? Your job gives you that in abundance. You get to sign up for a job, and then 30 days later, you get your monthly pay, and you know exactly what it is. Heck, you might even get overtime, but you at least know the absolute minimum you're going to get. And you also know, even if your boss fired you tomorrow, you're going to have some sort of severance pay, some sort of redundancy pay, plus sick pay, plus you can go on benefits if needs be. You don't have that when you're an entrepreneur, man. Stop thinking that you're better than your boss because you do all the work. My God, people don't realize that the technical work in a business is the easiest part of the whole business. Do you think the hardest part of running a restaurant is finding someone to cook the food? Do you think the hardest part in running Xbox is finding someone to make the games? No, there's so many people that want to do the technical work. My God, I made a job application for an editor 2 weeks ago. We had 300 applicants in 2 days. To this day, people are still messaging me. There is no abundance of people that want to work for a daily wage. That's easy to get. The technical work is the easiest part in the business. The hard part of running a business is investing in it. And 2, finding the clients so the business can keep ticking. And then dealing with all the emotional stuff, with the anxiety, all the constant pain of thinking you're going to fail, thinking that you're a failure, going through the first 3 years, you're making a loss and everyone calling you a loser and telling you to get a day job. All of those small things, those emotional things are always weighing on your shoulders. And sometimes you think to yourself, am I crazy? Am I crazy for doing it? Because the world's going to tell you you're crazy. Because you're working for free, you're apparently not getting ahead, and you look like an idiot. But that's what they think, because as you're working for free, you're actually starting to build something really, really great, something really amazing. But it takes years for you to get there, if you get there. So, look, you don't want to work for free. You would never do that. You love that consistent income. You feel so blessed and so, it's so tempting. You can never leave that behind. You have no idea what it feels like to live every single month, month to month, and not knowing what you're going to make. Only entrepreneurs can live in that lifestyle. And most of you could do that for 2-3 months. Could you do that for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, your whole life, and then build everything around that? No, you can't. You love consistency. You love easy mode. You love leaving your work at home. You love having a work-life balance. There is no such thing as a work-life balance when you're an entrepreneur, mate. Work is always top of your mind. Oh my God, you're on vacation. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, hello, boss. I'm sick and I need to go to hospital for 2 weeks. It's a very big emergency. Bang! Now you're back in the game. Your wife and your kids are right there on the beach next to you, but you've got a problem. One of your key staff have to take time off work. What are you going to do? You have to find a new staff, replace them. Where are you going to get the money from? Because you still got to pay that staff for the sick days, and you've got to pay that new staff member her salary. What are you going to do? There is no work-life balance. But you think you're better than the boss, man. Do you still think so? Do you really still think so? Are you still that arrogant? Being an entrepreneur is like being a musician. You think you're going to make it? Come on, look at the odds. Look at all the starving musicians out there. Look at all the starving artists out there. Do you think you're going to be one of the one of the few that's going to be the winners? Maybe you will. 1% of you will. But the majority of you, you're a drowning ship, man. You're a Titanic going down. Apollo's never reaching the moon, man. You're never going to make it. that's not me trying to make you feel bad about it. That's me trying to be realistic with you and letting you guys know that the majority of you will never ever make it in it. I'm being realistic. I'm being pragmatic about it. I ain't gonna be one of those people on social media that's gonna tell you, oh my God, everyone can do it. You're all gonna make it. No, you're not. You're gonna have one entrepreneur for 1,000 people in a company. Look at the odds, the ratios, man. You want a well-rounded life. And that's what a job provides you. Safety, a well-rounded shaped life full of friends, hobbies, and work. You want equal parts of all, not to be just amazing at one. That's not a good life. And being an entrepreneur kind of forces you to, at least in the beginning days, before you make it, be only good at one, if that. So, those are your chances. Are you still on it? Because I don't want to see people just keep drowning in this ocean. It's like this Gen Z and millennial push for people to be entrepreneurs is like telling people to just jump off the boat and just see if they can find themselves back to the mainland. That's mad. You may as well tell people to jump off buildings too while you're at it. Because most of you guys are going to do suicide becoming an entrepreneur. And you're going to pay the price. A lot of years wasted, relationships wasted, money wasted, time wasted, your health wasted. Next thing you know, you're 50 or 60, you have nothing to show for it. Only few of you are going to make it. Few of you are going to do something special. And you're going to have to overachieve just to achieve in this game. You can't just be average. You've got to have your entrepreneurial traits to be on high mode for you to make it in this game. And only few of you have those ambitious star boy traits. You've got to be a star player. You've got to be better than better. You've got to be higher than higher. You've got to be more exceptional than the exception. While being mentally fit, physically fit, and spiritually fit. You still think you can do it? I don't think so. This is the Hezron Sprinter Show.